We're at Chagrin Reservation, an awesome park here in Northeast Ohio. I want to say I'm sorry for all of you who are in Texas suffering through this hurricane. It was bad and it's still bad, and some people lost everything. And I just hope that you and your families are okay. We've been thinking about you and keeping an eye on the news and what's happening. I've talked about preparedness before, and I'll say it again. No matter where you live, no matter if it's Florida, Texas, along the coast, in the snow belt, wherever you are in this world, be prepared. And as you know, my family and I are traveling, and we'll be going overseas. That's something we've been talking about what we should do if this or that happens. Even while traveling, of course, we can't store a bunch of water and food and all that, but we still are as prepared as we can be, considering that we are traveling. So there's a few things that we are doing to be prepared while traveling, especially overseas. One, of course, is to make sure we know what's going on in all the countries and with the airlines, because you just don't know. And then, of course, I don't know if you ever watch a show, I don't even know if it's on TV anymore, but how to survive different scenarios. And there's one about airplanes, and they say you should wear leather shoes, leather soles, not rubber, because if there is a fire on a plane or it gets hot where you have to get out, you don't want your shoes melting on the plane. So that's something I didn't think about until I saw that show. And I always have food and water on me. Kids and Rick will all have food and water on them. Everyone needs to have cash and whatever other than credit cards on them in case ATMs go down or something happens where they're only taking cash or something else. Most of you know we'll be traveling overseas, and we have made plans to also be prepared for traveling. We may not be able to carry a bunch of water and food and all that while traveling, but we are as prepared as we can be. And then, of course, if you're in tourist areas, you want to make sure you're always aware of your surroundings. Look what's going on around. Like what happened in Barcelona, prayers to you all in Spain. That's just horrible, just horrible. People are thinking of just the craziest things to do to hurt people and to cause terror, to scare people. Just be careful of your surroundings. If you see anything that seems not right, get out of the area. If you have that sixth sense, that gut feeling something's not right, get out of the particular area. Go to a place where you feel a little safe. Of course, that can also make people paranoid, and I don't want, that to happen to people either. Just be aware. If you're aware, you'll be fine. Don't get paranoid and scared of everything, then you won't leave your house. That's not what you want to do. You want to be able to live your life, but be prepared, be safe, and be aware. There's other people who have much more experience than I do as far as being prepared. Lots of great YouTube videos that you can watch on how to prepare for certain events, certain areas in the country, in the world. Also, traveling overseas, if you've got your passport, of course, someone robs you, you lose it, make sure you have the U.S. Embassy phone number, or know that's where you need to go. Some people don't know what to do or where to go. That's important. They say to have copies of your passport in a different location, or leave a copy of your passport and other information with a family member back at home. They can fax that over to the embassy, and get you a new passport much faster. Things like that. There's a lot more information, but when you're traveling, you also need to be prepared. Even around the city, when you're not home, you're in your town and you're in your car and you're driving to the grocery store, your car should be prepared. You should have little extras, you know, flashlights. It's good to have your phone, of course, in case you got to call AAA. If you don't have AAA, you should get AAA or something like it. A lot of companies offer roadside service now other than AAA, so I've been with them since I was 16 years old, so that's who I use. So those are just a few things that we plan on doing for being prepared while traveling overseas. Comment below, let me know what you have done while traveling. I know information is one of the most important things, like telling your family where to meet if something were to happen, if you get separated, where would you go, who can you call. Maybe you can call someone back in your country and tell them where you'll be, or tell them that you're okay. You can meet at a specified location. What happens is sometimes people get lost and then they keep wandering and everybody's wandering and nobody finds each other. When we were kids, we used to go to Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. I don't know if you've been there before. If you have, comment below, let me know. Great place. I've been there in years. But we used to, well, my parents used to tell us, just meet us at the gate if you get lost. And sure enough, we'd get lost. Today, I think they put little bands around kids' wrists and they can call you, but that was an easy way to find each other because there was a lot of us kids in my family. So if we got lost, we'd just go to the gate and we wait there, just however long it took for someone to show up. Sometimes phones don't always work, and that happens here all the time with us. Not so much now that we have Verizon, but with other phone companies that we've had, where the text didn't go through or a phone call didn't go through. Sometimes I don't get messages for like a week later. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can't rely on a phone or a message. Or like I said, call somebody else, leave a message there so your family can call them and say, hey, you know, were you able to hear from so-and-so? So just some ideas on being prepared while traveling. And then of course, if you're home, definitely that's a little easier to be prepared, but watch all the videos you can, because it's not to, like I said, to scare you. It's so you don't have to be scared, and so you can be comfortable. Know that you're prepared and it's the best that you could do. So yeah, comment below, let me know of other tips and ideas. I know I just was thinking about this while we're walking through the park because of the hurricane in Texas. And then I was thinking about what plans we're making. So I thought we better talk about that. It's always important and a good thing to talk about. Well, thanks for watching. Thumbs up, please share, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to look at the